very seriously.
If she didn't like it, she could have made me cry right there.
So I think kind of what I love about the show is that it's sort of like...
Taylor, both you and Wendi play real life characters. I wanted to get your what your experience has been with the real Piper and what it was like first contacting her and what sort of input she's had as you create your own Piper.
She's so great. Piper Kerman is such a cool woman, and I was sort of nervous. To me, it feels like a while ago now, but I felt kind of nervous about knowing her and talking to her, and I felt this like sense of responsibility. And the way Jenji Kohan, who wrote the show, kind of contextualized it for me is that we have our own world, and she's creating her own land of Litchfield Prison, and that has nothing to do with Piper Kerman, and Piper Chapman is a character that has nothing to do with Piper Kerman. So I felt, as soon as we set that up, I felt this tremendous amount of freedom to sort of do whatever I wanted to do and sort of let it kind of percolate through me however it would without, like imposing any form on it. But that said, I've gotten to know Piper quite well, and she's very open, and she's really interested in being of service in any way that she can, and that relationship is really a pleasure now. It's fun, and I so respect her. I so respect her life and the way she's living her life now, and the way that she's using her life to really benefit other people and really make some serious change, including the show. I mean, including taking, that was one of the reasons she wanted to do a show of her book. So, yeah.
How does she feel seeing it come to life? Does she
I think it's weird. I think it's weird for her. I know that when her and Larry first walked through our stages, they both needed to take a moment.
Sure.
Because they hadn't been back in a prison environment since she was incarcerated, and that the stages are pretty intense, especially if you're not used to that. It's like we kind of go to work and do that a lot, but.
So there are essentially two Pipers now, so there's no real intersection.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was funny because the more freedom I gave myself, the more she started to come into the performance in a strange way. So, yeah, I mean, she's definitely inspired by Piper Kerman, but it's two very different creatures. And certainly, I feel like the longer the show goes, the more kind of our Piper is doing other things.
What about you?
I kind of don't feel like you answered that question.
I want some validation. I need it.
It's not affirming.
I need to make that clear.
What about you and the mother, or rather I guess you call it the smother, the smother? What was it like? What was it like meeting her and sort of knowing that this was going to be a person you were going to be with for a while?
Well, I didn't meet her until we'd done about 10 episodes. So that could have gone to an ugly place, Eric. That if she didn't like it, she could have made me cry right there on set, But when I first, let me backtrack a little bit. When they first came to me and said, here's a character, we think you can do it, but it's a real person, and it's my mom, and here's some video footage of our family. I watched the clip package and I thought, oh, I can do this. I understand this woman. I understand this nutty woman. Because when you're playing somebody, when you're writing something, there's always going to be someone who says, oh, that character's way too broad. But we're all broad characters. And when you sit around your Thanksgiving dinner table, there are nothing but broad characters and people that you kind of can't believe. And this whole family, if you met them, you would not believe, But the footage is there to prove that they are insane. And my feeling was, if we stay true to that, This show could last a while. We'll find some viewers. And this woman, she made it her life's mission to be Mrs. Beverly Goldberg, mother of 3 and ruler of the house. She might have wanted to be an attorney at some point. Doesn't matter. She's the CEO of this house. She has 3 delicious boys. Okay? And her boys are her world. She is nothing but proud of those boys, even though they're idiots. I got it.
Is it true that she actually sent you clothes that you're wearing?
Yeah.
You're actually wearing.
She was a hoarder. And that's what happened after they grew up and went to college. She just started buying things like mattresses, recliners. Someone will need a mattress or a recliner one day. Let's just buy as many as we can. They're on sale. So she saved everything, and she sent boxes and boxes of beautiful sweaters that I wear all the time. Yeah. She wants them back, too,
she
P.S.
wants
When
them
the
back.
show is over, she wants them back. But, yeah, so I got Bev. And Bev has given me her seal of approval, so I feel good. I just didn't want people to not like her. Because even though she's a ball breaker, it's just because she loves you, you know? We don't all say the same. We don't all speak like Hallmark cards.
Right.
Sometimes we have to yell.